All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to another episode of Model Monday Live. So good to see everybody in here, in the chat, once again, rocking out. Aaron C. is here. PCR Duino is here. Welcome. Chris Knudsen is here. Welcome. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Procky is here. Barry is here. Sebastian is here. Asynchronous. I like that. Asynchronous. It's a cool username. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Just getting my layouts set up here. Making sure the music sounds good. Making sure the voice sounds good. As always, please let me know if anything sounds out of line. We want the music to be at a good level, so it sounds good if I mix out any of these parts for replay purposes. Amir Shea is here. Welcome. Phosphor is here. Ex Machina Engineering is here. The whole crew is here. Love it. I love it. Welcome to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, for being here with us today. I'm going to just launch something real quick here in the background while we're chatting it up. Make sure that I got everything that I need up and running for today's presentation. We're going to have some fun today. You might have noticed in the inlet that we are going to be doing some Alibre live modeling today. Ex Machina reached out to me on the side and said, hey, if you need any tips and tricks, you let me know. Well, today's going to be my exam, Ex Machina. You're going to have to let me know. You have to let me know how I do on today's live modeling. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. We got a new Alibre update came out. A new Onshape update came out. So all the heavy hitters are coming out with new updates for everybody. I think we got decals in Onshape now. So lots of cool stuff happening. This week in the world of 3D CAD. And I'm excited to share some of what's been going on, not only in the general world of 3D CAD, but also in the world of TooTallToby. Pretty impressive stuff that Bodie McBoatpants has been putting out with the website updates, the leaderboard, the practice models, the tournament stuff. It's all very impressive, and so we're going to take a look at some of that stuff today as well as we're going through the presentation. So let's see here. How can I participate in that challenge? Which challenge? Which one you want to participate in? The tournament? The leaderboard? We got too many challenges, right? Let me know, Amir, what you're interested in, and we will make sure that, or AMR, excuse me. Let me know what you're interested in, and we'll make sure that we take care of you. But we got lots of good stuff. Victor K in the chat today. What is up, Victor K? What is up? Welcome. I don't like the way this guitar is reflecting here. You know, it's a minor thing, but it was not enjoying the way that was looking. All right, and Airwick is here in the chat as well. Welcome. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. Let's get this party started with some 3D CAD modeling challenges. Airwick says he's at work. Might get pulled away. We know how that is. Today is Monday, January 22nd. I have a couple of very good friends whose birthday is today, so don't forget, if you know anybody who was born today, reach out to them, say hello, tell them you're thinking about them, and they will, I'm sure, appreciate it. Lots of birthdays today on this beautiful January 22nd. Alrighty, let's go. 2 CAD speed modeling challenges today, some new TTT stuff in 2024, a live solve in Alibre, and of course, the best chat ever. Thank you all so much for joining me. I think what I'm going to do in Alibre is going to be this model. This is one that we showed a couple weeks ago. We also posted it as a practice model online. It's pretty straightforward, but there's a couple of little cool things in here, and I think this is a great way to get started either learning CAD for the first time or learning a new CAD system, which is kind of what I've been doing on the side a little bit, learning a little bit more about the wonderful world of Alibre. So this will give you some exposure to a different CAD package, and maybe one that you want to check out at some point. You've got me. You got to give me at least 2 minutes before starting the practice challenge. I've got lunch in the microwave. Oh man, Aaron, I actually restructured the PowerPoint to jump right into it. So you're not going to get that 2 minutes. So you're either going to have to run, or maybe that can motivate you, right? Leave your lunch in the microwave and that'll motivate you to finish this one a little bit faster. So we're going to actually jump right into it here. We're going to start out with our first challenge where I'm going to show you a 2D print and challenge you to turn it into a 3D model. Now, if you're here for the first time, let us know. We would love to welcome you, and we do welcome you to these challenges. But what we do each week is we show you some 2D prints and challenge you to turn them into a 3D CAD model. You can use any CAD that you want as long as you can input the density and output the mass. You want to make sure you use the specified precision that's on the print in the question, and the first person to answer correctly in the chat will be declared the winner. PC Arduino is here for the first time doing this live. Awesome, awesome. Thanks so much for joining us. Mr. Alex is in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you in here, Mr. Alex. Getting some practice in before the tournament begins in just a couple of weeks. Love it, love it, love it. If you're here for the first time, these are the materials that we use and the units that we use. All of our challenges are in either IPS or MMGS or MMKGS occasionally. And the materials we use are plain carbon steel, 1060 aluminum alloy, and ABS. You can see the densities listed there, and if this is your first time, maybe it's worth it to grab a screen capture of these so that after the stream, you can create your own custom library and put these materials into your custom library. The advanced rules are that this is meant to be fun and good-spirited. Occasionally, I make mistakes. I will show a print that maybe I've shown before, or I will miss a dimension, something like that. If that happens, we just kind of adjust on the fly. Everybody has a good time in here. And the Ivan exploit is permitted. We are allowed to utilize the Ivan exploit during Model Monday Live. Okay, mac and cheese in hand. Please proceed. Okay, good. Good to hear, Aaron C. Glad that we are mac and cheese in hand. Astro Monday 349 says, what are we gonna win? Great question. So right now we are winning points. Those points are going towards a leaderboard, and currently the leaderboard is an even split. Aaron C with 2 points, Victor K with 2 points. So 2 of the fastest modelers in the world are currently leading the leaderboard, 2 points each. So we're going to see if that trend continues today or if we get some additional people on that leaderboard. I don't know if Bodie McBoatpants has that leaderboard on the Model Monday Live page at TooTallToby.com yet, but it will be there, and we will keep track of those points all throughout the year. So right now we're winning points. Great question from Astrolmanade. Astrolmanade. Yeah, that's easy to say. Sahil is here today. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you in here, Sahil. Thanks for joining us. All right, and Aaron confirming it is on the website. Okay, we are official. Again, huge shout out to Bodie McBoatpants, always taking care of all the advanced functionality on the TooTallToby website. All righty, guys, let's get into it here with our first challenge. Astro Lemonade says, Vicky Chong in the chat. Astro Lemonade. Astro Lemonade. Astro Lemonade. Here we go. This first challenge is going to go live as soon as we show the 2D print. You're going to be challenged to take that 2D print, copy it onto your second monitor, and begin modeling. And this first challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? The tolerance is plus or minus 1 gram. This is a model that comes from the most recent tournament, and we have another tournament coming up in just a few weeks. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? The tolerance is plus or minus 1 gram, and you are challenged to figure out what the mass of this thing is using MMGS as the unit system, using 1060 alloy as the material, using a density of 2,700 kilograms per cubic meter. This part is called Square Cap. And this is kind of a fun one. This is one that will challenge you to examine the model, to look for things like symmetry, to decide how you want to create that upper region. Do you want to do it as a shell? Do you want to do it as a cut extrude? Do you want to model those fins that are sticking off of the part individually? I remember during the tournament, it was really interesting to watch our runners trying to come up with a solution to this thing. So very fun, very cool model here. Good luck to everybody. There's a lot of trickiness when you have these kind of fins sticking out, this kind of fin geometry sticking out. So it's going to be up to each individual to decide how they want to model up this part. And I wish you all the best of luck. Take a screen capture, move it over to the second screen. Fun one indeed. But I'll be watching Toby using Alibre live. So cool. All right. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe save that praise until after I get through the model, if I get through the model. We'll see how it goes. I think we'll probably be able to get through. Maybe we'll learn some cool tips and tricks along the way. All right, I hope that was enough time for you to take a screen capture of that print and move it over to the second monitor. We are going to move on with the presentation here. If anybody needs anything from that print, let me know. But we're going to move on with the presentation here. And just a reminder here, if you want to support the channel, the easiest way to support the channel is to hit that like button. I know you may be frantically scrambling to create this 3D model, this 3D challenge, but if you can take the time and hit the like button, I'm going to hit the like button over here on my monitoring machine. And we want to try to get those likes to match the number of viewers. We got 41 people watching today. Welcome to everyone. 41 people watching. We got, looks like 16 likes. Let's see what we can do to get that to match up. I would like to download the practice models, but I don't want to give you my phone number. Is there a way around that? Nope. Unfortunately, Astra Lemonade. The best thing you can do, if you're not comfortable using the 2FA that we got set up, that's cool. I understand. But the best thing you can do then is just take a look at the practice models playlist. You could also do like the leaderboard challenge on the site. The leaderboard challenges are another way that you can see that stuff. But the 2FA is there to make sure that that we are not getting attacked by bots. It's for our protection as well, so that we can kind of avoid any kind of like a bot raid on the site. So I understand the concern, and but I hope that you will join us at some point. We got a real good crew on the site. A lot of people really enjoying the kind of enhanced functionality of TooTallToby.com. All right, thank you, Mr. Alex, reminding everybody to give a like to the channel. Aaron C already coming in with the answer. I'm only one slide past the challenge, Aaron. Jeez. He says, I want the points today. Victor K coming in right behind him. Very nice. Now it's mac and cheese time. Okay, he was hungry. He was trying to get through to eat that mac and cheese. I get it. My S key shortcuts disappeared on me. Wow, that's a handicap for sure. Yeah, Airwick coming in right behind. I love seeing all these Titans in here. I'm not going to say if that's the right answer or not, but X Machina says Aaron C did it one hand with the other hand eating the mac and cheese. And Victor K said had to search for all the features. Yeah, I hear that. So a great way to support the channel is to like and subscribe, to share and to reshare. If you like what we're doing here, make sure that you share and reshare with your network. And of course, we do believe in the idea of value for value. If you're getting a lot of value out of the channel and you occasionally want to send a donation back our way, we really appreciate it. TooTallToby.com/donate. And it can be for any reason. You know, you could end up being like this guy. You're watching the tournaments. You got the poster up in the background. He's got his credit card out. He wants to donate. You could donate through Super Chat. You could donate through the website, TooTallToby.com/donate. You can set up a recurring donation. And we get these donations, a couple times a week, and it's really, really nice. And we just actually got one last week, and the user just said, hey, thanks for all the YouTube videos. Send in $25. Awesome. Great way to help kind of little by little support the channel, grow the channel, give us some more resources that we can use so that we can keep giving you back resources that you enjoy. So the value for value model is live, is in effect. And if you're out there and you occasionally want to send some value back, whatever it's worth to you, send some value back. We really do appreciate it. And it just kind of lets us know that we're heading in the right direction with all this great new functionality. Super Chat's been freezing on me. Same with Super Thanks. Oh, man, Victor K. I'll tell you what. Thank you, as always. I do really appreciate, really appreciate all of the Super Thanks and Super Chat that you've sent back. And I know that YouTube has been doing some stuff with ad blockers lately where they're really crippling everybody who's using an ad blocker. So maybe there's something to that. I know that I've had to disable it on my machines from time to time to make sure that YouTube actually works correctly. So maybe there's something there if you're using any kind of an ad blocker. Ricardo Jean in the chat. What is up? Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Great to see you. Long time no see. Thanks for being back with us again, though. We've seen you the past couple weeks, of course. And Ross is here. Haven't seen Ross's name before. Welcome, Ross, coming in there with a nice answer to that challenge. Very nice. We'll find out in just a few minutes if that answer is correct. Great to see you in here. Let's see here. Aaron C says, I just updated 2024 and the S key menu is like twice the size now. Much easier to click the right icon. Okay. S-key remapped to the mouse side button is the greatest of all times. Very nice. Very nice. I like that too. All right. Let's keep going. Asynchronous coming in with an answer. Very nice. Congratulations. We'll let you know in just a few minutes if that's correct. Let's talk for a minute about the world of TooTallToby and TooTallToby news. One thing that you may have noticed this week is that we've been rolling out some shorts. We're trying to get down with the short scheme. Obviously, that's where all the views are. It's kind of like the modern way of distributing this information. So anytime you see me post a short, please like it. Please share it onto your network. Just hit the share button. Share it out to your network, to all of your fellow CAD junkies. And of course, if you have any suggestions for me, please send some suggestions back. We had one user who said, please turn down the effing ding at the beginning of the video. So the first batch of videos we had were I had somebody helping me with the editing. They thought that was a good idea. It was a little bit loud, and we got some feedback on that. So I thought that was good. Always good to get some feedback on these things. So if you ever have any feedback, please just drop it in the comments. It'll really help me to kind of refine my game in the world of shorts. And of course, if you're enjoying these, it's something new that we're trying. It's kind of an interesting way of distributing information. I tend to get a little long-winded, so it really forces me to refine the message. And instead of saying like, you could do it this way, or you could do it this way, or you could do it this way, I just got to give you one quick way that you can do things. And maybe people like that, maybe they don't. Always interested in hearing the feedback from the community, because it's really all about what works best for all of you as far as sharing out these great tips and tricks. The Spring Open is live and in effect. Well, not live, but certainly it is picking up some steam here. And the Spring Open, you can visit the Spring Open over at TooTallToby.com/spring. It's here on the tournaments page under the 2024 Spring Open leaderboard. And man, look at this leaderboard. This is amazing. So we got Imance in first, Chadwick in second, Dom in third, and Phosphor using plasticity in fourth place with the fourth fastest time. So if you want to see the way plasticity is used to create these challenges, to do these three models as quickly as possible, you can click on that video link and you can see here what Phosphor did to accomplish this challenge. So really cool here to get a chance to see some different CAD systems trying to model these three parts as quickly as possible. And I just think it's awesome to see something like plasticity in here and see Phosphor, true wizard, going through and modeling this thing up in plasticity. He's in the chat right now. So if you have any questions for him about how to get plasticity, how to start using it, or how he was able to use it for this modeling challenge, this is your chance to ask him. But very cool here to see how plasticity could be used. It's kind of like merging the idea of just straight push-pull CAD and accurate modeling with the correct dimensions, calculating the correct volume. So very cool here to see a different CAD system in play on the leaderboard. Check it out, TooTallToby.com/spring. The registration ends on January 24th. So we have basically 2 days left. If you're out there and you want to do 3D CAD, or if you know somebody who's good at 3D CAD, who you think is like a wizard who could get in here and could model these things up very quickly, let them know about this challenge. Let them know that this challenge is still open for 2 more days to qualify. And then we're going to take the top 16 people. We're going to reach out to them. We're going to say, hey, can you do it on this date? On these dates? These are going to be your dates for the tournament. I think there's 7 weeks of tournaments, and so each person would be involved in 3 of those sessions, because there's a round of 16, the round of 8, and then the final 4. And the final 4 and the finals is on the same day, so it's one session. So we'll send you those 3 dates. We'll say, can you make it? If you say yes, then you're in. If you say no, I can't make it, then we'll go on to the next person. Then we'll go on to the next person, the next person, until we get our 16 people for this tournament. So be sure to check it out. Be sure to visit us at TooTallToby.com/spring. And even though you might not be as fast as these runners on the leaderboard, keep in mind that it's a different skill set, right? When we're doing Model Monday Live, what we're doing today, I show you a 2D print that you've never seen before. You try to turn it into a 3D model. You do it all on the fly. That's really the skill set that we're using during the tournament. Now, the leaderboard for the tournament is a little bit different. You get to look at these 3 prints. You get to look here at these 3 prints, and you get to kind of come up with a plan, and you get to practice and practice and practice, and then you record yourself doing all 3. And we did that on purpose. We wanted it to be a slightly different set of skills because otherwise it's almost a foregone conclusion. But because it's a different set of skills, you know, we're going to see some upsets. We saw that last year during the World Championship. The top 4 people who were on the leaderboard, I don't think any of them made it into the final 4 of the tournament. So we definitely saw some upsets last year. It's a different set of skills, and that's what makes it exciting. And that's why we did it that way. That's why we structured it that way. So check it out. Check out the leaderboard. Mr. Alex is here in the chat today. Mr. Alex, number 5 there on the leaderboard. We got Imant, who was in the final 4 last year for Onshape. There were a lot of people who thought he was going to run away with the whole tournament last year, but he got stopped by the champ, Victor K, in the chat here today. So a lot of people, we got some old friends. Steamtronics is here. He was in the tournament last year. Ex Machina in the chat. Airwick in the chat. Coming through here. A lot of different CAD systems. I think this is going to be a great tournament, this spring open. I'm really excited to see how this thing goes down. So be sure to check it out. TooTallToby.com/spring. Free registration still open. You do have to do the 2FA, like we talked about earlier in the conversation, but free registration and qualification. Victor K in the chat says, "Thank God for my backups." He says he's still over there trying to get his S key back up and running. I love it. I love it. So Victor K, all good. We got Sleep IB. First time I'm seeing that name in here. Welcome, Sleep. And Critters is in here too. And I saw Critters answered 431 and then revised to 430. Critters, you can revise as many times as you want here on Model Monday Live. So please feel free to revise until you get the right answer. It's all good. Whoever gets the answer correct first will be declared the winner, even if it takes them 6 tries. If they get it correct first, they will be declared the winner. Now, during the tournament, it's a little bit different. During the tournament, you can only answer incorrectly once. So you answer incorrectly once, I say, "I'm sorry, that's incorrect," and then you get one more try, and then if that's incorrect as well, then that's it, and your opponent basically has 5 minutes to figure out the right answer. So during the tournament, it's a little different, but during Model Monday Live, answer as many times as you want. You can revise, and it's all good. All good, all good, all good. All right, let's keep going. We want to try and stay on schedule here today. So, what else is going on? There is a new Onshape Discord. It's called Onshape Community. I've been spending some time in there. So if you're out there, if you're in the world of Onshape, take a look at the description of this video. There is a new Onshape Discord called Onshape Community, all entirely community run. Some really helpful people in there. If you have any Onshape questions, really kind of building from the ground up. It's only, I think it's maybe like a month old. Pretty new, maybe 2 months old, pretty new Discord server for Onshape. There's a description down on the link below. I'm only affiliated with it voluntarily. I'm just in there helping out, posting some tips and tricks and stuff like that. But it's not my server. I'm not the admin or anything. But kind of cool that there's a new Onshape server, a proper Onshape server. So check it out if you haven't been in there. And the link is down in the description below. Okay, we already talked about the leaderboard runs. We talked about the Spring Open. This is going to be a CAD vs. CAD tournament, 16 people. The matches are going to run Wednesdays at 1 p.m. East Coast. It's going to run February 7th through March 20th, and there's going to be no sheet metal challenges in the Spring Open. So you check that out. Visit TooTallToby.com, sign up for a free account. We also have the practice models update. We did add 2 more practice models. These are there's a tier 6 model in there and a tier 5 model in there. So the practice models work a little different from the leaderboard challenge. The way the practice models work is that there's a field where you have to input your answer. So there's a built-in clock, there's tiered level difficulty, there's a leaderboard, you can track your progress. It's mobile friendly. Yeah, it's sort of mobile friendly. We like it. It's mobile friendly-ish. And you have to enter your answer into an open field. And if it's incorrect, it'll tell you. It'll say, "That's not correct. Please try again," until you get it correct. And we do have a pretty impressive leaderboard here. SAIUNEN. I think that's no, that's solid. It's a SolidWorks user. I thought that was Imant for a minute, but is in number 1. Really tied for number 1 here. All these people are tied up top here for number 1, finishing all 9 models on there. And then we have additional users here using a lot of different CAD systems and modeling this thing up. So. Ex Machina says, this is a really cool approach to the practice models. Thank you, Ex Machina. I'm glad you're enjoying that. It's a lot of fun. I think it's great if you're involved in any kind of like educational space. If you've got students, this really gives you the opportunity to let those students create these models and work through these models. So hope that more and more people will take to it. It's really a lot of fun having these practice models here on the site, and we're just gonna keep rolling them out all year. There's gonna be lots and lots, and you can earn TooTallToby cash if you want to spend that in the TooTallToby general store. Training announcement. We made the training announcement a few weeks ago. It's still going strong. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get this number of interested people up to 20, and then we are going to run the class. So the classes are $500. It's a 2-day class. You can learn about advanced part design, CSWP prep, intermediate SolidWorks assembly techniques, Toby SolidWorks like time-saving tips and tricks. These classes are awesome. We've already taught a number of them kind of on the side before we officially advertised it on the site so we could refine some of our processes. These are good to go. If you want to take this training class, or if you want your team to take this training class, just visit us at TooTallToby.com/training, and we're going to be adding a lot more classes. We're going to be adding some beginners classes. We're going to be adding a sheet metal class. Those are the next two that are on the horizon. But of course, you guys, if you know me, if you've been following for a while, you know I'm a big surfacing guy. So of course, we're going to have a surfacing class as well coming up in the very near future. Okay, and here you go. We see that I see in the chat here that Victor K is re-announcing his retirement. Says it was too much of a commitment last time. Can't make the commitments anymore. Yep, we understand that too, Victor K. And like, it's cool. Don't worry. Nothing is official. Nothing is permanent. So if it's a temporary retirement, that's cool. And I'm sure that we're gonna. At some point in the future, we're going to entice you to come out of retirement and defend your title. Maybe we'll have like a champions tournament that's just one day. It's just like a one-day commitment for all the champions, something like that. So don't worry. Well, I think eventually we'll see Victor in competition again. He's officially announcing his retirement, but we're not making it permanent. We're gonna leave the door open for him to come back. Ace Rignis says, "What is the Ivan exploit?" The Ivan exploit is it's just a way that you can save a little bit of time if you recognize that two faces are parallel to one another. We'll talk about that a little bit later today too. Just preparing for Model Mania. Hey, listen, Victor K, when you win Model Mania, make sure when you get up on stage you're wearing a TooTallToby shirt and let them know. Let them know where the true skills are developed, where the people are truly battling in the streets. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's keep going here. Training is available. Take some training with Toby. Visit us, TooTallToby.com/training. We'll hook you up. We do have a TooTallToby Discord running. There's a link down in the description. Still very much in its infancy, and we'll keep growing that. That is all for now. Let's get into our answer. If you guys are enjoying what you're watching today, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, get out there and share and reshare. Very, very important that we share, we reshare, we keep on growing the network. So keep doing what you can do, and we'll keep growing. We'll keep growing this channel. If you guys are enjoying this kind of stuff, that's a great way to keep it going and to support the channel. Like, share, reshare. If you see me post any shorts or anything, share those, reshare those, like those, add some comments. These are all good things to help with growing the channel. All right, let's take a look at this first challenge here. This first challenge had an answer that came in almost instantly because Aaron C. was hungry, and his answer was 430 grams. 430 grams. Victor K right behind him, 430 grams. Airwick coming in 430 grams. Let's see here who else answered in this thing. Phosphor answering 396, mixing it up a little bit. Ross coming in 430 grams. Asynchronous 430. Phosphor revising to 430. Let's see here. Catalyst Animatronics. Catalyst Animatronics coming in 430. I like it. Critters coming in 431. Revising to, or really 432. Sleep IB 430, very nice. Critters revising to 430, had the inside radius wrong. Nice, good job finding that answer. PC Arduino coming in 439. Amir Shea coming in 430, very nice. PC Arduino revising 427. PC Arduino revising 436. I like it. I like all these revisions. Very nice, very nice. And let's see here, Victor K, not only modeling it in SolidWorks, but also taking a look at Onshape and modeling it in 430 grams in Onshape. Guys, let's see what the answer is. 430 grams is the answer. So GG to Aaron C. Very nicely done. Congratulations. We're going to get that first point over to Aaron C. He earns the first point of the day. He says, nobody gets between me and my mac and cheese. GG to Aaron C. getting that answer correct. Model Monday Live, January 22nd. That's just one of our 2 challenges today. GG to Aaron C. Very nicely done. And let's get this chat out of the way. And let's move on to our next challenge. Here we go. This next challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? The tolerance is plus or minus 3 grams. And this one, man, Aaron C. getting a real break here, because I think, if I remember correctly, this was Aaron C. versus Pranav model. So Aaron C. actually has had a chance to practice this one. So he was in the tournament. He's been with the channel for a long time. He knows what's up. He might have a little bit of a leg up in this model. This does come from the tournament. It is model number 69. We were able to put some fun images there in the upper left, some isometric images. MMGS, plain carbon steel, 7,800 kilograms per cubic meter. This is a difficult part. If you guys can finish this part before we show the answer, regardless of what place you come in, this is going to be very impressive. But this model, Aaron C. has had some experience with this. Aaron C., don't go back and open up your original model. Remodel it. I know you probably have the original one saved, but go ahead and remodel it. At least keeping it semi-fair. And good luck to everyone. Aaron C. was in the tournament last year, made it to the Final Four, and this was one of the challenges. This was the 69th drawing that we made for the tournament. That's how many drawings it takes to hold a World Championship tournament. It really takes even more, but that's how deep we were when this one came up. Aaron C. versus Pranav in the Elite 8 of the tournament. This is a tricky model. There's a couple of tricky elements to this model. The tangent C being called out there in magenta, the several different radii on the model. So not an easy model. Definitely a lot of spots where you can get kind of hung up if you're not paying attention. Good luck to everyone. Just reading back through the chat here. Like all these discussions. I like all these discussions. Good stuff. All right. I hope that was enough time for you to grab a screen capture, because I'm going to need almost all of the rest of the time to get through this model in Alibre, being a noob in the world of Alibre. So let's get back to our presentation here. One last thing I want to mention, I see you guys are talking about different conferences, and I know that there are a lot of conferences out there, but I know that the trend with these conferences seems to be salesy, 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 lots of salesy stuff, lots of trying to convince you to get off of your current solution and get onto the new thing as though it's so much better. Even though it seems like the overwhelming sentiment amongst the users is that the new thing is not better and that they are not interested in it, and they don't want to have hours and hours and hours of content that has to do with that new thing that is not really what they are there for. So the crew over at SolidBox has been kicking around the idea of having a new conference, all tech sessions, all tips and tricks, all value for you, all opportunity for you to learn more about how to save time in the program that you're actually interested in. And so I'm just kind of showing a little bit of a teaser here, a little bit of a preview here with this slide. But I wanted to let you guys know that in Q3, Q4, this should have said Q3/Q4. Hold on, let's make a quick on-the-fly adjustment here. Q3, Q4, 2024, we're going to see a new conference, a new kind of conference, something like you haven't really seen before, something that is really truly for the users and not for some other reason. Actually a conference for the users to get some value, to have some fun, to get together, to build the community. And so We're going to codename this thing SolidBox World. You're hearing about it almost for the first time. We had the SolidBox crew with us at the World Championship, and we talked about this a little bit as well. But be on the lookout. We've got an epic conference coming up, a new kind of conference, and I hope that you will all be with us for that conference. I hope that you will join us live in person, and we're gonna make this happen. The SolidBox crew is excited about it. The TooTallToby crew is excited about it. TooTallToby and SolidBox have been rolling together for years now, and every time we get together, it just gets better and better. So very excited to be announcing that, to kind of letting you guys know, giving you guys the inside scoop a little bit. Codename SolidBox World. We'll see what it officially is called, but this is going to be a good one. Rich Penn in the chat says, a near record for number of Toby features. Yes, I agree. This one has a lot of Toby features in this one. And Ross in the chat says, oh man, this is tricky. Yeah, this is a good one. This is what you sign up for. When you show up to Model Monday Live, this is what you're signing up for. Ray Folks in the chat. What's up, Ray? Great to see you in here. Says, this is exciting news. Yes, you know the crew at SolidBox, and you know that they're going to take care of the users. So it is indeed exciting news. All right, guys, let's get into the world of 3D modeling. We're going to do a live solve demonstration. I got to crack my knuckles here a little bit. We're going to do a live solve demonstration here using a brand new CAD system for me. It's a CAD system that's been around for many, many, many years, Alibre. The thing about Alibre is what they're trying to do is provide the users with a simple, affordable, easy to use CAD system that truly is in the hands of the users, meaning when you buy Alibre, you get it yourself. You get to download it, you install it on your computer. It's yours. It's yours for life. So kind of deviating from a common trend in the CAD industry these days, which is getting everybody onto software as a service, where you pay a subscription, use it, month after month after month, or year after year after year. You keep paying. Alibre is a little bit different. They're letting you purchase the software. You get the software. It's your software. You have it for life. Alibre 3D CAD modeling. So I thought this would be a cool opportunity in the spirit of the show to kind of show you guys something new, something that maybe you haven't seen before. And what I always try to do is put together these tutorials that'll help users understand how to create some of the models that we've challenged you with before. So a few weeks ago, we showed this Tier 4 hinge plate model. This is a model that's got several features in it. There's some offsets with planes and things like that. And so then we posted it as a practice models challenge on the YouTube channel. And now we're going to create our live solve of this practice model. And so the first thing that we always look for when we're looking at a model like this is what tools can we use to our advantage to help kind of simplify the modeling process? Does the model have symmetry? Is there a way that we could maybe model half the model and then create the other half? Well, this model, we don't see any centerline symmetry option, so that's going to kind of go out the window. So instead, we have to start asking ourselves, all right, where should the origin be? And I think it makes sense in a model like this to maybe put the origin down here in this corner or down here in this corner. A lot of the dimensions seem to be derived from that front corner of the part. So we're going to put the origin there, and then we want to start kind of unbuilding the model in our head. How are we going to build this? Well, I think the first feature is going to be a rectangular sketch that gets extruded in this direction. Then I think the next feature is going to be this shape that has the kind of chamfer on the back. That's also going to get extruded in this direction. Then I think what we'll do is we'll create this kind of curved pocket here and cut that curved pocket out. And then I think what we'll do is we'll add these chamfers here and we'll add this hole, and then that should be it. We should be done with the model, and we should be able to calculate the correct answer. So we'll see what happens as we are going through and creating this model. We got Eric Beatty in the chat chiming in. What's up, my man? Welcome, welcome. Great to see you in here, fellow longtime teacher, longtime CAD enthusiast, true rock star. Welcome, Eric. Thanks for joining us, bro. So let's take a look at how we would model this thing up. We've come up with a game plan. It's always good to start out by coming up with a game plan. Now, let's take a screen capture of this part. We're going to take this screen capture. We're going to move it over to our second monitor, and we are going to launch our CAD system. And today, our CAD system is going to be Alibre Design V27. So we're going to choose to create a new part here in Alibre. This is kind of like your opening, your welcome screen. So we're going to create a new part here. Theodore C is in the chat. It says hello all. Hello, Theodore. Great to see you in here. Welcome, welcome. And here we can see the Alibre interface. Very nice interface, very smooth, very easy to navigate. One thing that I like is that the utilities that you need for the part definition are right up here. So for example, the part data here, I can go in and I can set my units to millimeters. I can set my mass to grams. That way I'll be good to go on the end. There's also a material field here in the tree. So I can say select from material library, and I've got my TooTallToby materials right here. So this part is made of ABS. And that way I'm going to be able to calculate my mass correctly. And then, like I said, I think that the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to start a sketch here on this plane. I'm going to start out by sketching a rectangle on that plane with the origin kind of down here in the corner. Now, with Alibre, instead of pressing S, we just click in the background. And when we click in the background, we get kind of like the S key menu, the shortcut bar. So I'm going to choose to create a rectangle. I'll single click here. And now we can see that we can utilize the auto dimensioning functionality that I love so much in SolidWorks, that I love so much in Onshape. And here it is in Alibre as well. Very happy to see that in there so that I can get that first sketch fully defined in just a couple of clicks using that auto dimensioning. So we're done with this first sketch. We're going to choose deactivate that first sketch. We're going to jump into an extrude command. And this extrude is going to come out to a depth of 78 plus 11 plus 2. And so it's real nice that we're able to incorporate that directly into our dialog box there. You can see it tells us the total of that is 91. We can just kind of type that in right there so we don't have to do that math elsewhere. So we're going to hit OK here, and that's going to give us our first feature. And just like we discussed, that gives us the origin kind of down here in the corner of that first feature. So now we're going to move on and create that second feature, that kind of upper shape where we've got the chamfer knocked out in the corner. And so to do that, we're going to create a new plane here. We're going to right click on this plane and we're going to choose Insert Plane. And that plane is going to be at a distance of 11 millimeters. And I'm going to go in the other direction, and that looks good. And now we're going to begin a new sketch on that plane. So activate 2D sketch here. And once we go to activate this 2D sketch, we're going to jump into a line command. So we'll make a line here. It's going to come over in this direction to a distance of 64. There we go. It's going to come up in this direction. We're going to kind of sketch in our chamfer here on this side. And we're going to finish off here by coming across with our horizontal line and our vertical line to close things off. So you see that Alibre, much like some of the other CAD systems that we've used, utilizes a color scheme to help us understand when our sketches are fully defined or fully constrained. So we're going to create a dimension here to this lower section of the model, which is going to be at 10 millimeters. We're going to create a dimension. We got our 64 dimension here. We're going to create a dimension here from the base up to this line here, which is going to be at a distance of 38. And then if we hit escape, we see we still have kind of underdefined geometry because of this color scheme. And the main thing that we're missing here is we just need a reference for the location of this point here relative to the origin. So once I make that black, or once I make that vertical, now we see that these two entities are black. I love when CAD systems give us this feedback, kind of help us understand when the sketch is underdefined versus fully defined. And so now we can get in here, we can create our final dimensions for this thing. So we're going to create a dimension from this point to this line. That dimension is going to be at a value of 19, and a dimension from this line to this line with a value of 30 degrees. And there we go. The whole sketch just went black. That's what we want. That's always what we want. And so we're going to exit that sketch, turn that into an extrusion. Let's make that, that one's going to be that 78 minus, oh no, it'll just be 78, right? That one's just going to be 78. So we just need to reverse the direction of that, hit OK. And then here what we can do is we can rotate the model around. We can hold Shift. And if we hold Shift, we can pick this face and this face. And then we can see that down here in the status bar, Alibre lets us know that the distance between those two faces is 2 millimeters. So it's just kind of like a sanity check here as we're going through and we're using a new CAD system, and as we're using a lot of the kind of built-in math from that CAD system. This is a nice sanity check to make sure that everything is in line, that we're using the correct dimensions. So now we're going to create that interior pocket. Once again, we're going to do Insert Plane, and we're going to offset that plane to a distance of 9 millimeters. Let's flip that to the other direction. And once we create that offset plane, we're going to begin a new sketch on that offset plane. And now we're going to create a line here that'll start right about here. It's going to go over to a distance of 10 millimeters. So once again, using that auto dimensioning, we're going to jump into a tangent arc command. And from the tangent arc command, we can also use auto dimensioning to define the radius of that arc. So that radius there is going to be 41. And then we can jump back into a line command. We can bring this line command over to here. We can bring this line down to here like so. And now we just need to finish up by adding in some dimensions, some relationships, and this thing will be fully constrained. So the dimensions that we're going to add are going to be from this lower point here to this point here. That's going to be at a distance of, what is that distance? Oh, you know what? That's not correct. It's going to be a dimension that goes from this upper line here to this lower line here at a distance of 25. There we go. And now we can just add in some relationships here. Like we can add in our vertical relationship again from this point to the origin. And we can add in a coincident relationship maybe between this point here and this line. And there we go. Once again, nice black, fully defined geometry. That's always what we want from our sketches. We want to fully define every time. So we can exit that sketch, jump into an extrude cut command. And now this one is going to be 78 minus 18 because we have 9 on each side of that thing. And that should give us a 9 wall here and a 9 wall over here on this side. So we hit OK. And that is looking pretty much like what we're seeing in the print. I think I'm liking that. And so now we're just going to add in a chamfer. And this chamfer is going to have a distance here of, is it 6 millimeters? So 6 millimeters for that chamfer, and that's going to be applied on this edge and on, whoops, not that edge. Get rid of that one. On this edge. And we can finish this thing up by punching a hole through this. We could do it with a sketch, but I always like to use the new functionality in a CAD system. Like here, I'll go to View, and I'll just turn off these planes. I don't think I need to see all these planes anymore. So View Planes, turn those off, and then I'll pick this face here, and then I'm going to jump into the feature command for hole. So here you see we've got the feature command here for hole. And once we jump into that feature command for hole, we can indicate that we want to utilize a diameter here of 15 millimeters. This is going to be through all. And then we can jump into our dimension command, and we can assign a dimension to the height of that hole at 28 from the base, and then the horizontal distance to that hole from the base at a distance of 14 millimeters. And there we go. And now that should pretty much do it. We do what's called the final spin. We kind of look this thing over, make sure that we got everything in there that we needed. And then we can go to inspect and physical properties and calculate. And the mass that we're coming up with for this part in this demonstration is a mass of 99 grams, 99 grams. And so let's take a look back at our presentation here. And let's see, did we get it correct? Oh yeah, we did it. 99 grams, that is correct. And that is your demonstration of Alibre during this Model Monday Live, using Alibre to solve this plastic part, the hinge plate. Very excited when I get the answers correct on these challenges. And I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to be able to kind of get out there, experiment, try out some new 3D CAD systems, and try to work your way through these new CAD systems, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know if your company's going to change to a new CAD system, if your company is not happy with the direction of the current CAD system. Maybe they decide to try something new. Well, it's good for you to get out there and be ready, and hopefully on Model Monday Live and on the TooTallToby channel, we give you a chance to kind of see some of these different CAD packages that are out there. So let's take a look at the chat here. Let's see what the chat had to say about that demonstration. I'm sure you guys were all very impressed with that usage of Alibre. Let's see what we got in here. Fully defined every time. Yes, there is a very famous song about fully defining your sketches every time. Definitely important to get in there and fully define every time. If you guys like fully defining every time, be sure to hit the like button on this live stream. Very, very important to fully define every time. Let's see what else we got in here. Why not do the second chamfer now as well? Yep, we got them. We got them both. So hopefully that answered that question. UB3R Mario, welcome, welcome, by the way. Don't know if I've seen you in here before, so welcome to the channel. Aaron C says, props to anyone who finishes that model. Yeah, that was a very difficult model that we gave you there. Does Alibre offer start-end conditions for extrusions like SOLIDWORKS? Can you create a sketch on a face and choose to begin that at an offset distance? I will have to find that out for you, Eric. It's a great question. I'm very much in noob phase right now. So this is like Alibre noob makes a tutorial. Always good to take tutorial advice from somebody who's also a noob. So I'll definitely be looking into that. But Ex Machina Engineering says top marks at TooTallToby. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that, Ex Machina Engineering. I was thinking about you as I was putting together that demonstration. Let's see here. And let's see here, those faces. How long has Alibre been available? Many, many years. I feel like Alibre came out in like even the late 90s, early 2000s. So Alibre's been around for many, many years, and a lot of impressive updates over the years to really make it easy to use and easy to work with. And we'll talk more about Alibre throughout the year, I'm sure, as I get a little more familiar with it. Let's see here. Thought that Sketch in the first chamfer could have added a second chamfer in the second corner as well. Yep. Okay. Not yet. No, not yet. Okay, cool. And let's see here, and makes a revision. That sneaky R100. Critters saw that sneaky R100. Yeah, so that's it for the Alibre challenge, the Alibre demonstration today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, let me know. If you have any questions about it, let me know down in the comments. Happy to answer any questions you might have about it. And of course, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. And if you enjoy what we're doing here on the channel, we are always open to value for value donations. If you're getting value out of learning more about different CAD systems, or learning from these practice models, or sharing these practice models with your students or with your coworkers, you can always send us some value back. We are happy to accept it. And if the super chat or the super thanks don't work, that's because YouTube is being funky about really being funky about ad blockers, probably. Who knows what else they're being funky about. So there's always another avenue, which is TooTallToby.com/donate. Ammo Alex, Alibre from 1997, first release Alibre design 1999. Very cool, Mr. Alex. Thank you for looking that up. Very, very cool. Okay, and let's get into our answer here as we wind out the hour. This was a very tricky part. I completely agree with Aaron C's sentiment. If anybody was able to finish this in the allotted time, it is impressive. This one came up in the Elite 8 as the models started getting harder and harder. We have implemented a tiering system, so you're going to see the models get progressively harder as we go through the tournament based on that tiering system. And so that should help with some consistency too. But this is very, very tricky here. And Aaron C in the chat says that little R8, R100, R8 feature on the belly of the cylinder is tricky. If you're doing that too early in the model, you won't be able to fully define it. Yeah, exactly. It's very tricky. It's kind of intended to do the R100 first and leave these sharp. I think that's going to be the trick to that section. So do this R100 first and leave those sharp, and then go back in with an R8. And the reason why that's tricky is because of how that R8 wraps up and around this face here. So completely agree, Aaron C. It is, there's some trickiness to this model in order creation, and that's definitely going to affect what tier model this is as this one gets rolled out into the practice models, whether it's on the YouTube or on the website. So Ex Machina says, got to go, sadly, guys. The baby is crying. Yeah, you go take care of that. Good luck. And a lot of us have been here before. Okay, and PC Arduino has to go as well, has to go teach. So let's get into the answer here. We know that we are winding down. We want to make sure everybody can get back to their job. And so the first answer that came in here was from none other than Aaron C, possibly going for a clean sweep today. 3131 grams. Phosphor coming in 3131 grams. Victor K coming in 3131 grams. Airwick coming in 3128 grams. Very nice to everyone. Airwick revising to 3131. Missed the 17 millimeter fillet. Says GG to Aaron C. Between CAD classes, Chadwick is here. 3131, getting prepped for the upcoming tournament. I like it. Asynchronous 3018. Very nice, very nice. Critters coming in 3122. Great to see you in here, Critters, for another one. 3123, revising that sneaky 100. Asynchronous 3131 had an error. Very nice, very nice. And I think I got everybody. I see 69, that's right. I see 69, exactly. It is model number 69, Eric. Transport hangar. All right, guys, let's see who got this correct. The answer is 3131 grams. And so for the first time in 2024, we have a clean sweep Clean sweep for Aaron C. So congratulations to Aaron C. Congratulations to Aaron C. Wins 2 points in one day. A clean sweep. Well done to Aaron C. And GG to everybody who finished it. I see Between CAD Classes saying woot woot. Yep, you got it right. Very nicely done, Chadwick. Great seeing you in here as well. 31 grams is the correct answer. So nice job to everybody who finished that one. What I'll do with each of these models is I'll make kind of like a remix of these models and post them on the YouTube channel as practice models. So if you didn't get a chance to finish it today, if you want to give it another try with some slightly different dimensions, maybe a slightly different material, that'll be your chance to be able to do it there on the YouTube channel on the practice models playlist. But congratulations to everyone who got through that model. And all of our winners, just one winner today. Everybody's a winner, though, really. Everybody who participated, everybody who got a chance to practice it. Aaron C says, Bodie McBoatpants already updated the website. Let's go. Shout out to Bodie McBoatpants. Thank you so much. Don't forget to check out our friends over at SolidBox. If you're ever in the market for some new computer hardware, they can definitely take care of you over at mysolidbox.com. Don't forget to check out Alibre, alibre.com. If you're ever in the market for some new CAD, if your team is maybe considering getting onto something else. And of course, Onshape has been posting some of my tutorials and videos and tech tips from last year. So you can visit that over at the Onshape channel. SW Expert Learns Onshape is the name of the playlist. Thank you so much to the most amazing chat ever. Don't forget to sign up for the upcoming TooTallToby CAD vs. CAD 16-person tournament, the Spring Open, with no sheet metal. I don't know, Chadwick, if you heard that earlier, but no sheet metal in the Spring Open tournament. So no sheet metal. I'm sure everybody who hates sheet metal will be happy about that. And everyone who loves sheet metal will be sad about that. Sign up for a free account over at TooTallToby.com. You can see all the great functionality that Bodie McBoatpants has been putting in. Thank you all so much. Don't forget, next week is not the 22nd, but is the 29th. We'll be back next week on the 29th. We're back, baby. So be sure to join us next week on the 29th. Between now and then, please, if you see me posting anything, especially the shorts, please share, repost it to your network, send it out to all your CAD friends. Hey, this is pretty cool. This is a pretty good channel. We're trying to do everything we can to keep growing the channel. So please get out there and share that. And of course, if you are in the market for some 3D CAD training, some SolidWorks training right now, but if you're in the market for something else, let me know. Maybe I can learn it enough to train it to your team. Let me know. TooTallToby.com/training. We have some great SolidWorks classes there. Another great way to support the channel is to sign up for those classes. So I want to say thank you all so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. I hope you have a great rest of the week. I'll see you this week in the videos. 2 more days to register for the tournament, and then that's it. And then we are going into tournament season for the spring. So 2 more days to register. Send out the registration to all your super fast CAD friends. And have a great rest of the week. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see everybody next week. Bye, everybody.